Greetings, my dear friend. Today, I invite you to sit back and relax as we embark on a journey together, one that speaks of transformation, divine justice, and the awakening of truths long buried. It is a story of how the chosen one rises, unshaken, from the shadows of misunderstanding, misjudgment, and mistreatment, while those who once failed to see their worth now stand in the wake of their own regret. You see, life often has a curious way of revealing the truth, and more often than not, it's not through direct confrontation but through the subtle orchestration of the universe. The person who once underestimated you, who played with your heart, now drowns in the weight of their regret. It's not a coincidence, it's cosmic justice, working silently in the background, setting everything into perfect order. There was a time when you, the chosen one, were treated as nothing more than a background character, a mere option on the roster of someone else's life. While they were busy with their own pursuits, blind to your radiance, the world around you was already beginning to shift. People began to notice what they failed to see. Your energy, your light, your worth, all those things they dismissed, everyone else embraced. Your ascension was already in progress, even when you didn't know it yourself. You may have felt it, that quiet moment when everything changed. It's when you stopped chasing, when you stopped trying to prove your value. And suddenly, the world around you began to reflect back the worth you had always carried within. You became magnetic. Others, from all walks of life, started gravitating towards you. Your friends, your colleagues, strangers on the street, all were drawn to the very energy that had been ignored for so long. But for the one who once held a place in your life, this transformation comes as a painful awakening. They didn't see it when they had the chance. They treated you as if you were dispensable, as if your heart and your soul were just another item on a shelf to be taken down and put aside when convenient. Yet now, as the distance between you grows, as your life begins to unfold in ways they never imagined, they feel the void that remains in your absence. They are confronted with the painful reality that they took you for granted. The very things they once overlooked, your strength, your wisdom, your kindness, are now the things that everyone else celebrates. This, my friend, is no accident. It is divine orchestration. The universe, in its infinite wisdom, has crafted this moment of awakening with precision. For as the player begins to realize your value, they are not only witnessing their own failure to appreciate you, but they are also beginning to understand a much larger truth, the truth that their blindness to your light was never about you. It was about them. The universe, you see, doesn't make mistakes. It doesn't waste its gifts on those who cannot recognize them. While they played their games, the universe was working on your behalf, preparing you for the moment when you would no longer need their approval. And now, as they panic, scrambling to make sense of what they missed, you stand firm in your newfound power, more fully aware of your worth than ever before. So, my dear friend, as you listen to this story today, let it be a reminder: your worth was never dependent on anyone else's recognition. The moment you stopped seeking validation from others was the moment the universe began to reveal your true power. This is the cosmic justice that was always meant to unfold, your growth, your ascension, and the silent shift that the world now notices. This story is not just about one person's regret, but about a journey of self-discovery, divine protection, and a peace that comes from understanding your own power. Let's take a moment to truly feel the weight of the situation, one that unfolds not just in the external world but deep within the soul of the one who mistreated you. For the one who once looked at you as though you were dispensable, this moment is one of harsh awakening, one that is both inevitable and just. They now find themselves drowning in regret, unable to escape the reality that the very person they discarded so easily has become someone they can no longer afford to ignore. There is a certain twisted beauty in how the universe works, how it gives people exactly what they deserve when they least expect it. For the player, the truth is now glaringly clear, and the harsh light of realization burns their eyes, showing them what they had before and lost, through their own ignorance and disregard. But the reality of this awakening is far from random. No, it is orchestrated with divine precision, a necessary consequence of the choices made in the past, a cosmic correction unfolding. While they thought little of your value, the universe was quietly at work, crafting the conditions for your personal ascension. They saw you as ordinary, someone they could take or leave, someone who was always available, always willing to forgive, always eager for attention. But what they failed to recognize in their short-sightedness was the immense power that lay dormant within you, waiting to rise. You were not just some fleeting presence to be toyed with, a background character in their life. You were the main event, the one whose light would someday shine brighter than all the distractions they surrounded themselves with. And while they treated you as expendable, the universe began to amplify your energy, raise your vibration, and transform your presence into something magnetic, something so profound that it couldn't be ignored. People around you began to notice what they never bothered to look for, and the shift, while subtle at first, was unmistakable. Your energy changed, and with it, so did your interactions with the world. You may not have realized it at first, but this internal shift, this sudden rise in self-awareness and strength, was broadcasting outward like a beacon. You stopped chasing the approval of others, and instead, you began to live in alignment with your true self. The need to explain your worth, to prove to others that you mattered, began to fade. In its place was the undeniable knowing that you already did. You began embodying your worth, letting your actions, your energy, your presence, speak volumes. And as your vibration rose, it began to attract those who were aligned with you, those who could see your true value, and repel those who couldn't. The shift did not go unnoticed. As you began to embody this new energy, the people around you started to comment on it. Your friends, who had always admired your resilience but perhaps never fully recognized your inner strength, began to see you in a new light. Strangers approached you with a genuine curiosity, sensing that there was something different about you. Even those who had been indifferent before started to take note, respecting you for the first time. Your social media, which may have once been a place of solitude, started to bloom with activity. People engaged with you in ways that felt unfamiliar yet comforting. Invitations, opportunities, and positive attention began to flow your way. But let me tell you, none of this was by chance. It was the natural result of your growth, the inevitable outcome of the spiritual work that had been quietly unfolding within you while you were still figuring things out. In contrast, the one who once treated you like an afterthought was now watching, confused and overwhelmed by what they were seeing. They were the ones who had pushed you away, kept you at arm's length, all the while failing to appreciate what they had in front of them. But now that they had witnessed your transformation, they were left to confront their own blindness. They could see it now, your worth, your brilliance, your strength. They saw the attention you were getting, the way people sought your company, the opportunities you had access to. What once felt like a game, a flirtation with power, was now unraveling into a harsh reality. They had played their hand, and they had lost. But what made this moment even more significant was the awareness that this was not just their mistake. This was a divine orchestration. The universe had ensured that their actions, their underestimation of you, would lead to a larger awakening, not only for them but for you as well. It is a beautiful thing, isn't it? How the universe works in such ways that, when someone fails to see the value in what they have, it makes sure they understand their mistake. This spiritual awakening wasn't just for them to realize what they had lost. It was for you to realize what you had always possessed. They were so busy playing their games, caught up in their ego and pride, that they didn't see how extraordinary you were. And in their failure to see, they were the ones who truly lost. The truth they now face is not just about their regret but about their blindness, their inability to see sacredness when it was right in front of them. This awakening was not an accident. It wasn't some random cosmic event. It was the natural consequence of their actions and their inability to recognize the beauty of what they had. They had made a choice to overlook you, to dismiss your worth, and now they must sit with the uncomfortable knowledge that they were wrong. But while they are left grappling with their realization, you, dear one, stand tall. You stand in the knowing of your power, your worth, your divine purpose. You are not just a victim of someone else's ignorance, you are the beneficiary of the universe's timing, and everything that happens from this point forward will be a reflection of the growth that has taken place within you. This was always meant to happen. You were always meant to evolve beyond their understanding. The universe didn't waste time on someone who couldn't recognize you for the treasure you are. It has been working in the background, ensuring that you would rise above, ensuring that the awakening of the one who once mistreated you would come at exactly the right time. So, let them sit with their regret. Let them grapple with their own failure to see what they had. Because as they do, you will continue to ascend, and the world will continue to celebrate your light, your energy, and your worth. This moment of regret is not about their return into your life, it is about your liberation from their games. And now, as they watch, you are free. Free to be who you were always meant to be. As the moments pass, the one who once ignored you now stands at the precipice of realization. Their awakening, though long overdue, has finally arrived, and with it comes the undeniable weight of regret. It is no longer a vague feeling in the pit of their stomach, a fleeting notion that perhaps they should have done things differently. No, this regret is deep, tangible, and sharp, cutting through the layers of their ego and pride. But what makes this realization even more bitter for them is the undeniable fact that their regret is not about losing you, it's about discovering, too late, that everyone else had already seen your worth. The universe, in all its wisdom, has created the perfect mirror for them, showing them exactly what they lost. But in that mirror, they are forced to face not just the loss of you, but the loss of something far greater, the loss of their own blind arrogance, the loss of the opportunity to truly appreciate something rare, something extraordinary. You were never meant to be an option, a fleeting presence, or a background figure in anyone's life. You were meant to be seen, to be celebrated, to be cherished. But for a time, the person who should have cherished you, the one closest to you, failed to recognize the gift that you were. They failed to notice your light, your strength, and your soul's depth. They dismissed you as ordinary, as replaceable. And in doing so, they missed the very essence of what makes you extraordinary. But now, as they stand in the aftermath of their choices, they are left with the harsh truth that they were not the only ones who failed to see your value. It was not just them. The universe, in its infinite wisdom, worked quietly in the background, shifting things into place, preparing you for a moment like this, a moment when you would see yourself fully, a moment when your light would no longer be dimmed by someone else's inability to recognize it. The regret they now feel is not just about losing you, it's about realizing that while they were blind, the rest of the world was celebrating you. Every person who came into your life, every opportunity that found its way to you, every word of encouragement and support, these were the things that the player dismissed, taking you for granted, while the universe orchestrated a beautiful, divine mirror. Now, as they see how others view you, as they witness the respect and admiration that pour in from all corners of your life, they must face the truth that they were the ones who were blind. They were the ones who failed to see the extraordinary in the midst of the ordinary. They were the ones who failed to look deeper, to recognize the depth of your soul, to understand the beauty of your spirit. Now, as they see the world applauding you, they are confronted with the stark contrast between their previous blindness and the clarity of what everyone else sees. But this moment of realization, as painful and difficult as it may be for them, is not the end of your story. No, my dear friend, it is only the beginning of a new chapter, one where you stand fully in your power, no longer seeking validation from those who failed to recognize your worth. This is where the contrast begins to unfold. While they were busy underestimating you, you were busy growing. While they were too wrapped up in their own egos to appreciate what you brought to the table, you were rising. Your energy began to shift, subtly at first, but unmistakably. You stopped explaining yourself, stopped justifying your worth. Instead, you started embodying it. You walked with confidence, you spoke with authority, and you carried yourself in a way that commanded respect. You became magnetic. Not because you were seeking attention, but because you were no longer afraid to let your light shine. And as you grew, so too did your connections with others. Your relationships deepened, your influence expanded, and the universe began to bring the right people into your life, people who saw you for who you truly were and who cherished you for it. This growth, this ascension, was not an accident. It was not some random stroke of luck. No, this was divine orchestration. While the one who mistreated you was busy with their games, the universe was quietly setting things in motion, preparing you for the success and recognition that would come when you finally stopped seeking it. You began to realize that your worth was never tied to anyone's approval, not their recognition, not their admiration, not their validation. You were worthy long before they ever knew it. The growth you experienced was the result of your own spiritual journey, your commitment to yourself, and your willingness to step into your power. The player, on the other hand, is left with nothing but their regret. They now understand that while they were playing with you, you were playing for keeps. You were preparing for a life that they could never have fully appreciated. This contrast, their blindness and your growth, is the heart of this story. The regret they feel now, as intense as it is not just about losing you. It is about their failure to understand the depth of what they had. They treated you as an option, a passing moment, a fleeting part of their life, never once realizing that you were the very thing they needed to grow. And now, as they stand on the sidelines, watching your life unfold in ways they never expected, they realize that their greatest loss was not the absence of your love, but the absence of their own growth. They missed the chance to grow alongside you, to evolve with you, to become better for having had you in their life. But here's the beauty of this moment: it is your victory. It is the moment when you stop looking back at what was lost and start looking forward to what is yet to come. Your growth, your transformation, is not dependent on anyone else's recognition. It never was. You don't need them to see your worth. The world already does. And this realization, this awakening that the universe has orchestrated, is your reminder that the best is yet to come. While they are left with their regret, you are stepping into a future where your worth will be recognized and celebrated by those who truly see you. The contrast is stark, isn't it? While they were busy dismissing you, you were busy rising. And now, as they try to catch up, they are realizing that they can never return to what they once had. Your growth has taken you to a place where they can no longer reach you. You have ascended beyond their understanding, beyond their recognition, and into a space where your worth is no longer questioned. And while they are left with their regret, you are free to move forward, to continue growing, to continue shining in a world that now sees you for who you truly are. As the days unfold, it becomes increasingly clear that the journey you've embarked on, the journey of growth, transformation, and spiritual ascension, has not only been one of inner strength but of divine protection. For while the one who once mistreated you is now consumed by their regret, you stand on a new, elevated plane of awareness, basking in the light of your own worth. But this ascension, as beautiful and liberating as it is, does not come without its own challenges. As you rise higher in consciousness, as you move further into alignment with your true self, you will find that you are met with resistance, not from the universe, but from the very energy that once sought to keep you small. It is in this moment that the true beauty of divine protection becomes evident. You have ascended, yes. Your energy has shifted, and you have become magnetic in ways that you may have once only dreamed of. But there are still those, the ones who failed to see your worth, who sought to diminish your light, watching from the sidelines. They are now struggling with their own internal turmoil, desperately trying to understand how they missed the greatness that was right in front of them. They are no longer a direct threat, but their presence lingers, a reminder of the past. And it is in this moment, this precise moment of spiritual ascension, that the universe steps in to protect you in ways you may not even fully realize. Divine protection is not always a loud, visible force. It doesn't always come with fireworks or dramatic displays. Sometimes, divine protection shows up quietly, in the form of the boundaries you have learned to set, the relationships you've chosen to nurture, and the ones you've chosen to walk away from. As you continue on your journey, your inner strength becomes your shield, and the wisdom you've gained through your struggles becomes your sword. You are no longer the person you once were, the person who tolerated disrespect, who overlooked your own worth in favor of others' approval. You have evolved beyond that version of yourself, and with that evolution comes the clarity to see who is truly deserving of your energy and who is not. The people who once surrounded you, the ones who didn't recognize your power, are now being pushed out of your life by the very energy you've cultivated. You are no longer available to them. Not because you are playing games, not because you are seeking revenge, but because you have learned to govern your own energy. You are not a pawn in anyone else's game anymore. You are the one in control of your own life, your own narrative, and the universe is protecting you by ensuring that those who once treated you as an option, as a backup plan, no longer have access to your sacred space. It's important to understand that this protection doesn't mean the absence of challenges. No, it means that as you continue to rise, the universe is making sure you are equipped with everything you need to navigate the challenges that come your way. Divine protection is about guiding you, providing you with the clarity and discernment to make decisions that align with your highest good. It's about knowing when to stand firm and when to walk away, when to speak your truth and when to remain silent. As you continue to ascend, the universe will place you in situations that will test your resolve, but you will be ready. You will be ready because the lessons you've learned, the strength you've built, and the wisdom you've acquired have all prepared you for this moment. While the one who mistreated you is now struggling with their scarcity panic, you are stepping into a space of abundance, not just material abundance, but spiritual abundance. You are attracting people who are aligned with your energy, people who see your worth and honor it. These are the people who will walk beside you on your journey, not because they need something from you, but because they recognize the value of your presence and the power of your energy. You are no longer surrounded by people who seek to drain you, to take from you without giving back. Instead, you are attracting those who will protect your peace, who will respect your boundaries, and who will celebrate your growth. And this divine protection is not limited to the people around you. It extends to the opportunities that will come your way, the doors that will open, and the paths that will unfold before you. The universe will continue to provide for you, not because you are seeking it, but because you are aligned with your true purpose. You have stopped chasing after things that no longer serve you, and in doing so, you are allowing the universe to bring you what is truly meant for you. You are no longer working from a place of scarcity, of fear that there won't be enough, but from a place of trust, knowing that the universe will always provide for you in perfect timing. The player who once mistreated you, who treated you as though you were just another option in their life, is now left to grapple with their own choices. They are watching, powerless, as the universe continues to elevate you. But this is not about them. It's about you, and the divine protection that surrounds you as you move forward on your journey. You are no longer at their mercy. You are no longer waiting for them to choose you, to recognize your worth. You have chosen yourself, and in doing so, you have aligned yourself with the divine. And now, you are being protected by forces greater than anything they could ever offer. This is the beauty of divine protection. It's not just about shielding you from harm, but about guiding you toward your highest good. It's about making sure that as you rise, you do so with grace, with strength, and with the clarity to navigate any challenges that may arise. The universe has seen you, seen your growth, and now it is making sure that you are equipped with everything you need to continue on your journey. So, as the one who once mistreated you stands on the sidelines, watching as you ascend, know that this is your moment. This is the moment when you realize that everything has come together for a reason. The universe has been orchestrating this journey all along, ensuring that you are protected, that you are elevated, and that you are ready for the next chapter of your life. The player's regret is not a reflection of your worth, but a reflection of their inability to see what was right in front of them. And now, as you continue to rise, you are stepping into a space where you are fully protected, fully aligned, and fully ready for whatever comes next. The universe has your back. And as you move forward, nothing can stop you. As this journey comes to a close, I want to remind you, my dear friend, that what you've just experienced, this awakening, this rise, this transformation, is not the end, but the culmination of a much grander plan. It is the beautiful manifestation of cosmic justice unfolding before you. For as the one who once overlooked you, who failed to see the brilliance you carried, now stands in the bitter cold of their own regret, you, the chosen one, emerge victorious, stronger, and more aligned with your divine purpose than ever before. The universe, in its infinite wisdom, has orchestrated this entire process, from the moments of disregard to the moments of growth, to bring you to this very point, the realization of your worth, the acknowledgement of your power, and the understanding that your journey has always been divinely guided. This is not just a story of someone who mistreated you, but a story of your evolution, your ascension, and the realization that everything, every challenge, every moment of uncertainty, has led you exactly where you were meant to be. You have learned, and now you embody, a powerful truth: your worth was never, and will never be, dependent on the recognition or validation of others. You were never meant to seek approval from those who could not see you for who you truly are. This journey, the very essence of your transformation, was never about waiting for someone to come back and realize what they lost. No, this was about you stepping into your own power, learning to value yourself, and trusting that the universe would reflect back to you everything that you've always deserved. As the one who once overlooked you now deals with the consequences of their blindness, you stand unshaken, ready for all the blessings and opportunities that the universe is now prepared to bring into your life. The regret they now feel is not about their loss of you, it is about their inability to see your value when it was right in front of them. But this, my dear friend, is not your burden to carry. You have ascended beyond that, beyond their games, their ignorance, their manipulation, and into a space where your value is not just recognized but celebrated by those who truly understand your worth. The cosmic justice at play here is a reminder that the universe has a way of righting the wrongs we cannot control. While the player may have treated you as expendable, the universe was at work, ensuring that your path would lead you to a place of fulfillment, growth, and peace. This is a story not just of their failure to recognize you but of your triumph over the trials you faced. It is a story that reveals the power of divine timing, how the universe always ensures that what is meant for you will never pass you by, and what is not meant for you will fall away. The regret of the one who once mistreated you is not the end of their story but a powerful lesson in the importance of seeing with clarity, of recognizing the extraordinary when it is right in front of you. It is also a lesson for you, that while their recognition may have been delayed, your worth was never in question. It was only waiting for the right time to shine brightly, to be seen by those who truly understand and appreciate it. As you move forward, understand this: your ascension, your peace, and your freedom are not just rewards for overcoming the past. They are the natural result of you stepping into your divine calling, your higher purpose, and embracing the truth of who you are. The universe, in all its vastness, does not waste time on the spiritually unawakened. While the one who treated you as an option struggled with their limited vision, you are learning, growing, evolving, preparing for something greater. And now, as they watch from the sidelines, you are stepping into a space where your worth is no longer questioned. It is no longer just about surviving the past but about thriving in the present and stepping confidently into the future. So, my friend, as you reflect on all that has transpired, I encourage you to embrace this moment. Embrace the victory that has been won, not just through your strength, but through the divine orchestration that has guided you every step of the way. The universe has confirmed, through every challenge, every trial, every moment of doubt, that you are exactly where you are meant to be. Your growth, your transformation, and your ascension are not only your triumphs but the universe's way of affirming that you were always destined for greatness. As the one who failed to see your worth now stands with nothing but regret, you, the chosen one, stand tall, knowing that you have always been worthy of the best the world has to offer. Your peace is your reward, your joy is your victory, and your journey has only just begun. May you continue to walk in this newfound clarity, carrying with you the lessons learned and the wisdom gained. May you never forget that your worth was never dependent on anyone else's recognition. And may you always remember that your ascension, your power, and your divine purpose are yours to claim, unshaken and unbound by the past. As you step forward, know that the universe is with you, every step of the way. Keep shining, my dear friend, for the world is now ready to see the brilliance you always carried within.